The Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED is the world's first 17.3-inch laptop with a folding display, and that by itself makes it one of the coolest laptops in the market right now. However, living on the cutting edge also comes at a price, and a pretty steep one at that. This laptop is available in a single configuration in India and costs a whopping 3,29,990 rupees, which is absurdly expensive. Time to find out if Asus's latest experiment is just a novelty item or if there's any actual practical advantage to choose this over a conventional large-screen laptop. Hi, I'm Royden, you're watching Gadgets 360 and this is my review of the Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED. Now, starting with the packaging, the Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED comes in a pretty fancy box along with some accessories such as a Bluetooth keyboard with a touchpad that's specially designed for this laptop. Now, for a first of its kind from Asus, I think it has done a pretty good job with the build quality as it feels sturdy and premium with a mix of glass and metal for the back panel and faux leather for the sliding mechanism protecting the hinge and the built-in kickstand. The laptop is fairly chunky even in its unfolded state, and it's quite heavy too, weighing a little over 1.5 kilograms. The thickness easily doubles when it's folded, making it look like a small binder, folder, or even an encyclopedia. In terms of connectivity, you get two USB Type-C ports and a headphone jack. There's no camera on the back of the laptop, but you do get a 5-megapixel webcam and an infrared camera for Windows Hello face recognition in the bezel around the display. There are 4 speakers in the laptop in total with Dolby Atmos enhancement. Now, while the Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED can be used in multiple ways, the layout of the components inside and the ports on the outside of the laptop point to two main use cases: as a regular laptop with the screen partially unfolded or completely unfolded and propped up on the kickstand. In laptop mode, the Zenbook 17 Fold OLED shrinks down to a 12.5-inch form factor, making it more compact than even a MacBook Air. Now, with the keyboard magnetically docked to the laptop, you get a smaller 3:2 aspect ratio display with a Full HD Plus resolution, and Windows 11 automatically adjusts itself to fit the screen. However, to get the best experience, the Zenbook 17 Fold OLED is best used on its kickstand. Here you can take advantage of the full 17.3-inch panel at its native resolution. The display is simply gorgeous and produces punchy and accurate colors. HDR content also looks superb on this laptop. The sound quality from the Harman Kardon speakers is equally impressive and the volume can get incredibly loud. Asus has provided some useful software to take full advantage of the large display. Screen Expert 3 lets you quickly position open windows to various parts of the display depending on your working style. The My Asus app is also handy as it lets you run diagnostics, change the battery charging style based on your usage, tweak the color saturation of the display, and plenty more. Asus is selling the Zenbook 17 Fold OLED in just a single configuration with a 12th Gen Intel Core i7 1250U CPU, 16GB of RAM, and a 1TB SSD. The CPU is cooled using a heat pipe and a fan. The performance of the Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED is generally very good. Windows 11 is quick to boot and multitasking is snappy. Benchmark numbers were also quite solid. Now, gaming isn't this laptop's strong suit, but simpler titles such as Asphalt 9 Legends can run decently well. When stressed, the half of the body that has the CPU does get hot, but you'll mostly never feel the heat unless you're actually holding that end of the laptop. The bundled Bluetooth keyboard is an essential part of the Zenbook 17 Fold OLED's experience. However, I think Asus could have done a much better job here. The keyboard has a lot of flex and it feels flimsy when typing in the docked state. I also wish that it had the ability to charge when attached to the laptop rather than needing to be plugged in separately. The next big missing feature is backlighting for the keys, which makes it difficult to use this laptop in the dark. The Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED has a 75 watt-hour battery, and surprisingly, I was able to get a similar runtime on one charge whether I use the display at half or the full resolution. On a typical day, I would get around 10 to 11 hours of runtime on average, which I think is very good. The Asus Zenbook 17 Fold OLED is a bold new way of looking at large screen laptops or even 2-in-1s in general. 3,29,990 rupees is a lot of money, but that's the price you pay for staying ahead of the curve. The two things that I hope Asus improves on the next iteration of this laptop, apart from the price, are the keyboard and the overall thickness. The Zenbook 17 Fold OLED offers an excellent display, superb sounding speakers, good battery life, decent performance, and a very unique design. If you think your workflow could benefit from such a form factor, or you simply want to show off, then this laptop could very well be worth the investment. Thanks for watching this review, and for all things tech, don't forget to subscribe to Gadgets 360 for more awesome tech videos.